Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the chat. My name is Iman. Good to be here today. All right, guys, welcome back to the broadcast. Yes, welcome back. We are continuing from where we dropped off. The newspaper review is not where we have room for in-depth analysis, but here the chat, we have all the time to break the table, shake the table, dissect the table, take out all of the legs on the table, and that's just about what we would be doing today, right now on the chat. I welcome each and every one of you back to the broadcast. How are you doing? It's good to have each and every one of you. Welcome. Please do not forget to do the needful by liking the broadcast, sharing, and inviting someone onto the broadcast today, guys. We are yet to say it as it is right now. Even today, me, I am a panelist. If I see who is going to anchor this, the person would, because I just want to say some things today. All right, guys, welcome to the studio. Now it's about a good time to let them know that Ima is right here, and I'm waiting for each and every one of you. In the comment section, I've posted the link. You have to click on the link and come on this and come into the studio. Let us talk. Let us talk, guys. Let us talk. Get into the studio. Let us talk. Please do not forget to do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing, and inviting someone onto the broadcast. And then to the right in the comment section, to the right, there's a dollar sign. Guys, please show some love this new week. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Your donations goes a very long way in helping us set up broadcast and programs. Please, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast once again. Please do the needful by liking the broadcast. I know I said that before, but I need you to hear this over and over again and to actually act on it. So, yes, welcome to the broadcast. Please do the needful by liking, sharing, and talking to somebody about Niger Watch. Yes, even better, today will be a fine time because we've got something to talk about. Hi, June Obaseki. How you doing? Good afternoon to you too. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome. It's good to have you here. So, guys, earlier on today we were talking about we're picking up a topic of our newspaper review to dissect. Yes, you heard well, to dissect. So, coming to the comment section, guys, I would still want to hear from you. So say something in the comment section. We had quite an engaging time. Now we're back here prepared, and I have all the time to give to my panelists for us to talk about these issues. Okay, that being said, hi Osagovo. Hi Osagovo. Good to have you here. Osagovo, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Welcome again. Welcome each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. Let's take this. Let's do this. Oh, brother, nice. It's a new weekend. I heard from you. I hope you are just about fine. I hope you're well, brother, nice. Mr. Collins, I saw you, but you came in late. I hope you come in early today, Mr. Collins. Okay, so I'm giving shout out to I'm giving shout out to everybody. Yes, you all are my people, but to my panelists, my regular panelists, Mr. Onoche, how are you doing? I hope you're well. And Mr. Makirabo, yes, Mr. Makirabo, Mr. Kennedy, I think you're enjoying Nigeria too much. You have forgotten about us, your Niger Watch family. Mr. Kennedy, what did happen? Where are you? Where are you? You need to give us your what's happening over there. All right, Mr. Kennedy, I hope you're well. It's good to have you. I hope you're well. It's good to know that all is just about fine with you. All right. Yes, good afternoon to you too, June Obaseki. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. So we have here on the screen, we have a picture of Abba Alaji Kyari, someone that is tagged Super Cub. Today, but he has been named Super Cub for all the battles, all the engagements, all the criminals he has brought to book, and that's at this point we don't even know how to say if that's commendable So I want us to talk about this, right? You know how they say when you do something good, the day you do something bad, every good thing that you have done gets thrown out of the window. Now, in this case of Abba Kyari, is it a case of one bad incident that has allowed or that has set his son upon his career, upon his reputation? Is that the case, or this is rather a case of karma has finally caught up with him? Guys, I want to hear your submissions. I want to hear what it is that you have to say. Hey, brother Nice, how you doing? I literally have a big smile on my face. Brother Nice, good afternoon to
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah. Good
Yeah.
afternoon to
Good
you.
afternoon to
How
you.
are you doing?
How are you doing? I'm well, thank you. How have you been? Happy New Week. Happy New Week. Good to
Yeah,
see you here. Yeah.
yeah. Happy New Week
Yeah.
to
Happy
you.
New
I,
Week to
I hope
you.
you, I
I
hope you
hope you
don't
I
mind.
hope you don't mind.
I will take your place
I will take
today.
your place today. No, no problem. Because come on, brother Nice. If the USA, if the FBI had not called this guy out, that means Nigerian government will still be protecting this guy. I want to say that I don't know about this issue where they happen with all these atrocities down here.
As
It
it
is
and so I
unacceptable.
see
As it
am.
and so I see am. It is unacceptable. It is alarming. It is alarming. It is alarming. That means see. Okay, let's just go right into the story already. Brother Nice, welcome to the broadcast once again. Thank you for being here.
Mm.
Bella Naomi,
Let
good
me
to
s-
have you.
let
Go
me
on ahead,
see
Brother
my
Nice. Let me
phone.
see.
I'm
My
hearing.
phone.
I'm hearing
I'm
myself.
hearing
Let me go
myself.
back and
Let me
come.
go back and come. Okay, all right, Brother Nice. All right. All right.
All right.
Bella Naomi, all right, good to have you on the broadcast. Good to have you. Bella Naomi, you've not said anything to me. You're talking to June. Ha, really? You guys know how possessive I am of you people. I don't want another person taking my place. Yeah, you say something to me first now. And before saying something to June. All right, guys. Welcome again to the Bella Naomi. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. I'm complaining on one. You're even going all the way. All right, guys. So it's been. Let me just have that picture on our screen again so we know what we are on about. Yes, yes. All right. That's about Kyari there, and the new 24 charges that has been heaped on him. I don't know if this is supposed to do any justice, and are these supposed to be new revelations in 2022 with the level of technology that we have? This is what NDLEA could come up with. This is why they want to keep him back in Nigeria. These are the charges that they want to try him for. These are not enough. All right, so they figured out shopping malls, not one. When the paper says mega assets, it's not, we are not talking about big, we are talking about mega as in mega. All right, shopping malls, residential estates, that is come up. And that's why all of these policemen are trying to do better. Look at their organa. Just look at their organ. And these are the ones that are supposed to be protecting lives and properties. If the ones that are supposed to be protecting lives and properties are protecting their own, they are taking other people's life and they are taking people's properties. He has a polo playground. He has land and farmlands that he has taken from people, that he has seized from people. He has properties in Abuja, in Meduguri, he has in Bono, he has in Abuja. Okay, I already said Abuja. And I'm sure that these are on the recorded. I bet this man has much more places that are yet to be discovered. But how is it possible that this person was acquiring all of these things, and even in the organization, they didn't for once say, oh, let's sanction you, or the car that is driving, or this lifestyle that is living? For people that are holding public office, are they not supposed to, declare their assets every now and then? Is it that they do it just at the beginning and that is it? No checkup, no follow-up, no nothing. They just allow these people carry on with their lives. How inappropriate, this is. And then in his accounts, he has a GTB account, he has a UBA account, he has Sterling Bank. Now he has over 207 million naira. And guys, I still think this is underreported because when this deal came out with Hush Puppy, the amount of dollars in thousands that we were hearing, come on, they can't be saying that it is just 207 million. Well, they said over, they're not giving us accurate. How difficult can it be to get accurate accounts at this point with all of this, findings? Should we not be very scared? Should we not be very worried what these police bosses are doing and how, they have initiated the other ones who, that's why when these ones go on the road, they just feel this sense of entitlement to take our money. There are some officers that you see, you just tip like, oh, officer, well done, you're doing a good job. Thank you for this. Even the tip could even be words of encouragement, could be compliments, or could be an handout or a handout. Sorry, it could be a handout. But there are the other ones who have the strong sense of entitlement, and that's why it's become daytime robbery for these people. You are just going and they just push you into a bus and you must cough out money, you must do this. I mean, look at who they are taking their examples from. So we Nigerians, we really need to push and see to it that justice, right, is truly served in this matter. And of course, there are other disguised ownership of some properties, like he has his brothers, some has other people, but they've been traced to him, and those properties they've been sealed. Now, I have a very important question. Okay, so this we know him for all of this, but this is what happened in 2020. This happened in June 2020, guys. Just look at this. I welcome all my panelists. Welcome, Brother Nice. Is this better now? I want to confirm.
Yeah, I think so. You can hear me, right?
Yes, loud and clear, Brother Nice. All right.
Okay.
All right, welcome to the broadcast again. Mr. Mori, good afternoon to you, sir. How are you doing? Good to have you here.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it's been a while, Mr. Moria. We are very glad to have you on today's broadcast. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, sir. Please mute your mic. I don't know.
It's on both sides. People from
then I think it's the network, because Badana is also complained of it. Okay, all right then. Let's move on. My panelists, welcome. I welcome each and every one of you. Please connect your camera. Pepper them with love. Please connect your camera so I can add you. Connect your mic. Connect your camera so I can add you to the broadcast. Please, thank you. Pepper them with love. Please connect your camera and your cam so I can add you to the stream. Thank you very much. All right, so this happened sometime in June 2020. Very, very disturbing. Very, very disturbing to me. Now, this is the picture of Abba Kyari being given a standing ovation, guys. This is it being given a standing ovation by the House of Rep, as we can see. It being dubbed Super Cup. Now, do you want to tell me that these people that are in this picture, they don't know that this guy is a criminal? They don't know that what is an alleged criminal? They don't know that he's an alleged criminal. Is that they want to say? They don't know that he's into shady deals? Is that what they truly want us to know? And before the House of Rep will give someone a standing ovation, should they not have carried out due diligence? Should we not expect that from them? Just imagine, look at, this is a national honor that was given to this man. No, this is beyond lame and pathetic. This is hideous, and this is very, very scary that these are our lawmakers. This is very, very, very scary that these are the ones that dissect the issues of the land. These are the ones that upholds the constitution, that makes new laws. These are the same people giving this man, with the amount of damage, right, and the evil reports that is spoken of him, and the engagements. If it was even a one-time thing, say, okay, probably he was going through something in life, so he just dug his hand. That's one that they say, there's a way they say it, make I chop clean mouth, and that one nine oil they stain person mouth, or that oil where they stain person mouth, and they cut. There's a way they say it. I can't remember, I can't say it quite well right now, but should they not know better? I mean, they are going to give an honor to somebody like this. I don't know. I don't know how I feel right now about. I mean, little wonder what's happening in the entire country. Little wonder. And look at these people. But nice, welcome to the broadcast again. I can't wait to have your submission on this. But nice.
Okay, thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, this network.
I don't.
But
is it from your end?
Is it from your end?
What's the problem?
I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, we're hearing ourselves back. It's echoing.
Yeah, I think it's okay now. Yeah, it's good now. Mr. Ma, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'll just put my mic on mute and allow you speak.
Okay, it's good now. All right. So, I don't know where to start from. I don't just know. I tell you that everything that happens in Nigeria makes someone speechless. I'm telling you, these Abba Kyari issues. When I heard it the first time, I was just laughing. You understand? When I heard about this man that they said he was a super cop, that Nigerian government respect him so much, they gave him standing ovation in House of Rep or House of Assembly. I was laughing. In Nigeria, that we know that's so corrupt that no one you can even trust in our from the politicians to the police to the military to the Air Force, all of them is compromised. That is the country you will say you have a super corps. No, they can't deceive themselves. They cannot deceive me. You understand? This Abba Kyari, this man. When I look at I don't know if you people watched a documentary when CNN did with this man in the north about kidnapping issues. I don't know if you guys saw it. Where this man was acting like a Superman. I was just laughing. Me myself, without being told, you were asking a question now that they gave him a standing ovation. That if they don't know that this guy is corrupt or is that, these people know very well. What do you expect from the corrupt politicians? If they see that this man is not clean, they will look the other way because the money is still coming to their own pocket. There are some of them there that I see is colleagues among those people that gave him standing ovations. There are a lot of them that is still working with him. So all those crook business that he's doing, many of them are still benefiting from it. So you think those kind of people that will want to expose Abba Kyari? Never. You understand? So, my sister, about that issue, the only thing I just want them to do, if they don't have something that they are hiding, let them follow the due process and let them send it to US. Let them send it to US. Let it face the judgment. For them to retain in Nigeria, meaning that even our politicians, they still have something that they are hiding. That is why they said they don't want him to be extradited to US. If they know that they are free, that this man will know all his crook business that they are now involved, let them extradite him to the US. Let him face the law in US. If you see, if this man will not confess and tell the American government that our politicians are involved, my sister, just for now, let me just leave it for there because Nigerian matter, I told you before, I will never trust anybody, even this Peter Obi that people are still clamoring for. I'm still watching Peter Obi carefully, You understand? The only thing that makes me to just the only thing that makes me to be confident about Peter Obi is because he's a believer and he's a God-fearing person. That's why I still trust him a bit. There is no Nigerians that I trust. Even Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians here, I stay clear away from them. You cannot, Nigerians here, don't go there. Anywhere you meet them, in 2 seconds they can betray you. So how much more a country that they know that is the most corrupt country in the world. All those police that we have, all of them are compromised. Security office, anybody that comes, they need to sanitize the Nigerian force. I'm telling you, all of them, no one is free. You understand? So that country is from the head to the bottom. Everything is corrupt. You understand? This is a super cop or what? I don't know why they even gave him super cop. You understand? He went to arrest this person that time, Evans. People were dancing, hailing him. Because Evans refused to do what he's supposed to do for him. He arrested Evans and he said he arrested kidnapper. What about the kidnapper in the north? Somebody that said he's fighting corruption, is arresting kidnappers, persecuting them. You saw him with Oshupopi. He's snapping with all the high-profile criminals in our society. He's snapping pictures with them. Buying house in Dubai. What is his salary? Can't you question his salary? Where did he get that money from? To buy house in different places, build mansions. They can't ask questions. Even me myself that is not living there, I know that it's impossible for this man to have acquired that kind of money without without him doing illegal business. You know, so this man has been doing it for decades, and a lot of our politicians know about it. They just look the other way because the money is still coming to their pockets. I will stop for there now, my sister. Thanks.
All right, thank you for that, Brother Nice. Thank you. All right, this is for Bella Naomi. Bella Naomi, I refuse this bribe. This bribe you are trying to bribe me, I refuse. Thank you so very much, Bella Naomi. Thank you, my darling sister. Okay, pepper them with love. While I love your Monica, by the way, I don't know why that is so. You probably have to click on it. I don't know, just try using the link again. For you to get to that point, it means you are doing everything right. So try to process all over again and follow the instructions. Give access to your camera and give access to your mic also. Do both of them, try. And I hope you get through this time around. If you don't still say something, let me know. All right. This is June Obaseki. She says the bribe he is collecting from my sister. I will not go and look for a bribe and be collecting like this because shopping malls, residential estates, polo playground. Come on now. Land and farmland seized from people. What are you saying? And these are not even, he has over 207 million. But how is it that the banks are not flagging this down? How is it so? How did we? Every sector, even the banking sector too. No, this is terrifying. Honestly, this is terrifying. I tell you. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast, Mr. Moriye. Please give us let's catch your reaction to this.
Thanks once again, ma, for having me. My greetings to my fellow panelists, audience across the globe, especially on the comment section. I can see Mami Diaspora, Bella, I don't know if Harry Finance is there. They are the backbone of this platform. Without them, we cannot be here. So thank Mami Diaspora for a motherly role. Having said that, I want to go straight to the topic of the day. Ima, you see, this is just a tip of the iceberg compared to what is happening in our country. Abba Kyari is just a symbol of the kind of society we live in. It is just, it's not even I can't call it the ailment. It's just a symptom. Just one, it's not even up to, can I call it 1/100? This is exactly how we roll in Nigeria. You're talking about the bank. I'll give you an example. If you go to your bank in Western world to withdraw $10,000, it's a problem. They will start asking questions. They start, you see them behaving as if a criminal has come to justice. You know, before they give you that money, they want to know what are you doing with $10,000? Just $10,000. I'm talking about $10,000. Your own money. Oh, it's not as if you begging them for like. It's not as if somebody's. You want to withdraw your money, your own 10,000, or somebody is sending you $10,000 somewhere. They want to scrutinize everywhere. They want to know the source. They want to know what you're doing with it. If it was terrorism, how will you be they are wondering how would somebody be withdrawing 10,000? You could be a billionaire, but there's a way you channel this money that will make people know that at least they know the source, they know what you. I give you a vivid example. In New York, for example, there was a member of New York Police Department, right? You know what he did? He just did a little renovation in the he was living in a very small house before, a bungalow. He did renovation, sort of, the walkway, that alone triggered suspicion. You know why? Compared to his salary, and he bought a new car, right? Not even a big car like the one, the limousine, the Bugatti. No, but compared to what he is getting, it was suspicious already that he was living above his means. When this guy was investigated, he discovered he was having a shoddy deal with some drug dealers. That was the end of that police officer. So what I'm trying to lay the foundation to tell you where we are talking about the bank. The banks in Nigeria, okay, let me come from another angle. If you want to open an account, you have an account in the Western world. They are not comfortable with the rate. If it's your personal account, if you're not comfortable with the rate at which monies are coming in or which monies are, they're not comfortable with the transaction. You know what they do? They will just say, "You sorry, we can no longer. We are sorry, we can no longer continue our activities with you." You know what they do? They will close. You say if they give you some period, like in a week or 2 or 3, they close your account. They will not seize the money. They will send even if it's shishi, penny, they will send it in an, they write a check and send it to you. They are tired. But in Nigeria, you will not be on the queue. You will go straight to the manager's office to sit down. They will make coffee for you. That's what they want. So the foundation I'm trying to lay is to tell you how the society, how everybody, from the bank, from the custom, from the police, from the Navy, NNPC, from the National Assembly, how everybody is guilty of this crime you were wondering they're giving him an award, national award. One set of criminal giving another criminal an award is what you are seeing. The only difference is one is holding a gun, the other one is holding a pen. I'm trying to lay the foundation to tell you the rot, to tell you the amount of rot in our society. So, I was reading about this guy. The house he had originally in, I think in his village or so, he wanted to chase everybody away. He bought for so many neighbors. There was one that was kind of stubborn or so. They donated him money, billions to him. He just didn't want to let the house go for a reason. They kicked him out of that place, and then Abba Kyari acquired everything. To even shock you, do you know this guy was accused of one crime? The day he was caught for one of the drugs that is holding him now, you remember he was supposed to be on suspension, yet he was still on duty. What does that tell you? So was the IG not aware that this guy was supposed to be suspended, that he was being investigated? You're talking about drugs. It was a cartel. When they are leaving where they're coming from, they will send the pictures of the guys bringing the stuff. They know the time. They give them the airline number, the airline, the name of the airline. They tell them they send them pictures of what they are wearing. The time, the arrival, and everything. So when they are coming, everywhere has been watered. Everybody have been settled. They just walk through. They just walk through it as if they are normal passengers. They don't even search them. That was where they were making the bulk of their money from. So when he was on investigation, so other people were supposed to be there. So he wasn't comfortable with that. So from investigation, from suspension, he came on duty. I think the people succeeded again. Probably they didn't share the loot very well. So something happened. Because it's the same thing he has been doing. Man, it's beyond comprehension. It's beyond comprehension. So that was what triggered this thing. Let me tell you, what about the case of Ibori? If Ibori was tried in Nigeria, you will not have anything against him. People are wondering, why are the likes of Tinubu still working on? Why is the EFCC not saying anything? And why has he not been, you don't call somebody a criminal until this, these are just jimmies. This is even where we, the people, are guilty of the same rot in our system. We know they are criminal, but want to pretend that if it's my criminal, I know it's a criminal, but it's my criminal. He has to be protected. Anytime he's caught or anybody wants to do anything to him, I come under, oh, it's because he's a Christian. It's because he's a Muslim. It's because he's from the East. It's because he's a Yoruba man. I know fully well he's a criminal. Oh, it's because he's from a minority. It's because he's from my state. Oh, because he belongs to PDP. Because he's of the APC. These are the problem. These are the problem. This is why we, the people, are even guilty of the same offense we accuse our leaders of. So we have a very long way to go. The rot in the system is endemic. It has eaten deep into every fabric of our society. So there's no point. See, are you not even surprised? Now that he has been caught, instead of, doing everything humanly possible, constitutionally, to extradite to America, they are doing everything possible to protect him, to put him in Nigeria, because if this guy is extradited to America, he will let the cat out of the bag. A lot of things will be revealed. Remember when he arrested, I'm just jumping from one angle to the other, because if I want to talk about this guy, we'll be here the whole day. When Evans was arrested, Evans had a lot of money in his house. Evans was crying then that the money the police took from his house was more than the little they declared. Nobody cared to listen because everybody wanted Evans arrested because of his atrocities and the heinous crime he was committing all over. He was becoming a bull on the neck of everybody. So nobody cared to listen, provided he was arrested. So we just underplay, we undermine the alarm he was raising. Now, you remember when his team went to arrest another guy, Wadume, another notorious kidnapper, Wadume. His team came under fire, and most of them were killed. Later we discovered that most policemen, most military guys were in the pay list of Wadume, the kidnapper. So we didn't even know what transpired there. Kyari could be part of that thing. People gave him a lot of sympathy because of the job he was doing. We thought he was the best brain we had and all that. We didn't know what happened. Probably he didn't want those boys to return from that trip. Or probably he set up those boys. Probably Wadume could be one of his guys. Even the way the case went, he was arrested somewhere, he was let loose, they got him somewhere, he was still in the business. Do you know, even Wadume went as far as being a contestant under APC. He was a no-kidnapper, but he was an aspirant under the banner of APC as a candidate.
Can you even imagine that? Can you imagine?
Yes. No, I'm just telling you. I think your mic is the cause of the echo. This is going to be. I wish you could, contribute from time to time so that we could have a robust conversation. You could, so that you could guide us. But whenever you on your mic, we're hearing our zest back, and the echo is heavy. So. This is the issue. They know who they is. Do you know the amount of money that has been spent on Abba Kyari? He's always in America for courses. He just came back from courses when that incident happened. So where do we start from? This is the rot in our society. If you see people supporting Atiku, supporting Tinubu, they don't care. They don't care about what Nigerian people are feeling. They support them because they believe he's a criminal. They won't dispute that with you. If you tell them about Atiku, the money he has stolen, how he's not able to come to America, they will tell you coming to America is not a ticket to be a Nigerian president. If you tell him his criminals were jailed in America, like the Congressman Jefferson, they'll tell you it doesn't concern them. He'll tell you, if you tell them how he was removed from the custom, they will tell you he doesn't. He's a criminal, they know. But so long as they can benefit from him, they are ready to defend him. What about Bola Tinubu? You tell him his atrocities, his controversies. Why a mother has turned to Tinubu? Somebody that was a mother, the Kenyan mother at the beginning, was adopted. Everything about that man has been controversial. They are not the subject of discussion today. The only reason when I'm digressing here is to tell you the degree of rot in our system. How everybody is in support of the criminality inherent in our system. We are guilty of the problem we face in Nigeria, one way or the other. The leadership, the people. The people sometimes are even more guilty, because if we continue to ask questions, if we begin to hold our people accountable, I think it will be reduced to a barest minimum. Let me tell you, a society where we worship criminality instead of excellence. What do you see? They don't care about how you make the money. He wasn't just stealing. He wasn't just a criminal. He was flattening his criminality on media space. He could go to Dubai. I'll give you another vivid example. Another guy had problem with Hush Puppy. They had a deal, $1 million deal or so. So the guy was the original owner of the deal. For Hush Puppy to be able to asthma the guy, he contacted Abba Kyari to arrest the guy, to suppress the guy, to intimidate the guy, so the guy will not get his cut. I promise Abba Kyari whatever he called. The first message was, what will be enough to put that guy behind bars? Tell me whatever you need, I'll take care of it. Hush Puppy sent Abba Kyari money, and Abba Kyari sent his boys to get the guy arrested. The guy was like, what have I done wrong? Just to oppress him, just to silence that guy. That was really what they did to that guy. When the deal was done, Abba Kyari said, okay, let me know, Hush Puppy said, let me know how much will be okay for the boys. He sent the money to Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari said he has taken care of the boy. The boy has been arrested. It's in my custody right now. The conversation between the criminal, between the 419 and the super cop, quote unquote. So he wasn't hiding it because of the kind of society we live in. Our Nigerian people don't ask you how you get your money. It's about, have you gotten the money? We worship criminality just the way we worship our criminal politicians. Tell them Tinubu was whether he was working in a more big gas station here, what you call fuel attendant in Nigeria. Between 1999 and between 1999 and 2007, when he was leaving office, he was a billionaire. They don't care. Nobody cares. They are ready to die with him and die with him, so long as the money is flowing. Look at Oshomole in our Edo state. Oshomole was a labor leader. We saw him as an activist. Oshomole was broke when he came to contest in Edo. Oshomole wasn't having his house of his own in Benin. We contributed money to give him an apartment to stay in GROA. But between 2008 and 2016, when he left office, he has belonged to the clique of the billionaire. He is a member of the Billionaires Club. Nobody is asking questions. How much was his salary within this period? In 8 years, it's not difficult to calculate. Even if he was getting the salary of a governor is not up to 1 million or 2. It's not more than that. So within 8 years, he has become a billionaire. We don't ask questions. We are ready to celebrate them. We are ready to chair, clear the road for my chair. This is the problem of our society. So Abba Kyari, to you, is a criminal. To you, he has done a lot of atrocity, he has done a lot of damage. But people don't see it from that angle. You were talking about, is this a case of small shit as well as the Nyash? No, in our local parlance. He was consistently doing this. He was consistently doing this. How can a police officer, not even an IG cannot acquire what Abba Kyari had? If you look at his properties in Abuja, in Borno, in Lagos, everywhere, polo. I mean, see, this is the rot in our system. When you go to the banking system, you go to the custom, you go to police, if you go to the NPC, if anywhere, the Nigerian army before now was the only area that this nonsense was not tolerated. But since the inception of IBB almost came to legalize and legalize corruption. So this is why you see the likes of Obasanjo. If you look at the people like Gowon, Obasanjo before now, this Buhari today you have as a different person. They were not clean, or they were not sent to, but they were not actually really, they were not billionaires in the true sense of it. It's not as if they did not steal. It wasn't as we have. It wasn't as entrenched as we have today. But since IBB came on board, IBB and Abacha were actually the people that politicized our military. They almost IBB almost gave ticket for people to loot. It doesn't matter how you get the money. So from IBB down all the way down, the people going back now, they are not saying, "Oh, we missed it in the past." If Gowon had opportunity to come back now, he will loot more than Obasanjo. He will loot more than Buhari, because they now see it as if they made a mistake. When they now saw the way IBB and Abacha looted money, so each of them going back now as the military, they are seen as a second opportunity to loot. That was exactly what Obasanjo did between 1999 and 2007. That is what Buhari is doing today. Oh, it was a mistake on our part. If Abacha and IBB could loot as much as what Abacha is dead, his money is still coming today. Why is everybody talking about Abacha? Those that are even with us, that are alive, they looted more than Abacha. The only reason why you're hearing news about Abacha is because Abacha is no more. This is society we find ourselves. So whoever that is coming as the next president has a lot of what to do. This is why people continue to ask questions. Sorry to say this, so people will not be comfortable with this. When people like Obi are saying, God put the eyes in our front so that we cannot look back. We will look front and we're not looking back. People are not comfortable. Some people are not comfortable. Because we have to show some examples. We have to make people realize that they cannot just get away with this whole crime, because people will continue to do it. Even said, whatever necessary, we can negotiate. Those utterances are not comfortable. They are not okay with some people. People have to be made, people have to be shown as examples. You cannot continue to repatriate money looted by Abacha since 2000. God knows, see now, the money is still coming in. Why those that are alive, nobody is asking questions about them? So, when you people blame Sowore should just collapse his party and join Obi. People like Sowore, by now, if it's Sowore that is getting the popularity that Obi is getting, the number of our prisons will be increasing by now, because a lot of them know that they will end up in jail. They will not go free. He will not negotiate with anybody. So this is the difference. Telling the Sowore to just collapse his party is the only organic party in Nigeria, AAC. This is not campaign period today. Somebody that left Abba to PDP now to Labour. We pray he wins, I pray he wins. Because whatever that will favor Nigerians, whatever that will liberate Nigeria from this bondage is what I stand for. But the question is, if he doesn't win now, we then continue. Everybody's an activist in Nigeria now. Everybody. I used to know one Emeka here. He was here almost every day when Wike was running for presidency. Every day the guy would be here. He would be here talking when we should support Wike. Since Wike lost in the primaries, we never seen that guy. Can we continue this momentum? Don't ask our question. Hold our leaders accountable for what they are doing, for the atrocity they are committing to the Nigerian people. Everybody is an activist now. I want us to keep this momentum. Nobody should go back, whether Obi wins or not, and come back after 4 years and start complaining and yelling. This is my country. No. If everybody stands up like this, the way we are going right now, there's a limit to which our leaders can take us for a ride. I think I have a lot of things to say about Abba Kyari, but time will not permit, so that I will not be accused of monopolizing the time, so that other people can have their time. I yield the floor. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Mori, thank you for that submission. You know, when you started this broadcast, you said you have a lot of things to say about Abba Kyari, and if you start, it's gonna take all day. I thought you were just beating around the bush, but true to your words, you sure do have a lot of things to say. Guys, welcome to the broadcast. I welcome each and every one of you, especially to this broadcast. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Ninja Watch. Welcome. I welcome you. Thank you for being here, guys. These are the lineups for our programs. We have our newspaper review Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, all through to 11. And then we have the chat that now runs twice in a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time, all through to 3 p.m. We have the discussions every Monday through to Thursday by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And of course, we have the debate. You know that one now. I see they hot. Now it happens 6 p.m. Nigerian time every Friday, guys. You don't want to miss out on any of our lineup. So do well to turn on the notification bell. So for every time we come on live, you will get notified, guys. Do well to also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, well, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also show some love by clicking on the dollar sign to the right. You could send a super sticker or a super chat, or you could do well to also use our account details. Yes. Thank you so very much. Thank you to everyone in the comment section. Social Mental TV, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Welcome you to the broadcast. Mommy of all mommies, thank you for being here. Bella Naomi, thank you. Thank you very much, Bella Naomi. Juno Baseki, thank you for being here. Jacob D, I welcome you to this broadcast. Thank you so very much. Thank you to each and every one of you. All right. King Emeka, it is good to have you again. Please blow us away with your submission. Welcome to the broadcast, Mr.
Yeah,
Emeka.
good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. I can see your topic: who is protecting Abba Kyari and who is Abba Kyari protecting, right?
Well, yes, sir.
Okay. First and foremost, I would just want to give a small narration of who is Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari, I don't know, currently I think was a deputy commissioner of police, a mark to become the IGP in the future. He was a future IGP in the making. Yeah. Someone who the National Assembly conferred an award to. I don't think they've given that award to any policeman in the country. He's the first person that they conferred that award to. And he was being labeled as a super cop. Other than that, right, Abba Kyari is still and remains a Nigerian. And in that aspect, we should go down and drill down to the root cause or the nitty-gritty of the matter. Abba Kyari still remains a Nigerian. And it appears as each year goes by, or as time, the passage of time, our societal values, cultural norms, and the way we coordinate and behave ourselves in the society breaks down. Our character and values actually is being eroded. I can remember very well in the 90s where, people would shame you for doing shady things. People would shame those who are involved in fraudulent activities, scams, advanced fee fraud, which is now popularly known as 419, and now being labeled as Yahoo boys or Yahoo men now, or Yahoo plus, whatever it is now. In the 90s, they were very shamed, and the values at that point still remain high. People still aspire to be doctors, people still aspire to be lawyers, people still aspire to be engineers, or aspire to go into occupations that they could, that are legal to enough for them to raise their family. But as years goes by, we begin to idolize silliness and stupidity. Questions are not being asked, questions are not being raised, debate are not being conducted to review what is really happening in our society. You find a young man today who had literally nothing, and within a couple of few months is acquiring properties left, right, and center. No question is being asked, not even from his kinsmen or parents, right? He's being celebrated. We could blame that on the poverty level of the country. We could blame that on any other thing, but it still remains that our value system is being eroded. Now, Abba Kyari, being a Nigerian, still remains a Nigerian with power. As a policeman, a deputy commissioner of police, he had power. And with that power comes with huge responsibility, which he didn't subscribe to as being a Nigerian police force, because he's a professional police officer, right? A career man, and marked to become the IGP. And was now involved based, because I don't want to start talking about, I don't want to cast opinions. I want to make my contribution to reflect facts and evidence that we are fully aware of. Got caught involved with popular fraudsters like the one in the police net now, who they call, what's that his name?
Hush puppy.
Hush Puppy, yes, Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy, unfortunately, also is a Nigerian and reflected the recent Nigerian values of not being questioned. Your source of wealth is not being questioned. You saw him displaying valuable items on social media, and people were praying to be like him. You understand? People were in their house, kneeling down, fasting and praying to be like Hush Puppy when questions are not being asked. How did this man of yesterday automatically started acquiring wealth? Till the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation got tired of him and decided to show Nigerians how business is being done. You understand? While I don't want to at some point start making comparison between the West and Nigeria, is that in every society there are evil ills, there are bad ills in those societies. In the West too, there's corruption. Even in the East, in China, there's corruption everywhere. In the West, there are bad police, but to some certain degree, they've been able to reflect some and impute some control systems to minimize this corruption. Because if you don't have laws, rules, agreeable principles on how to define things, trust me, the society would break down, and everybody can do as they wish and please. In my own aspect is, I'm not totally surprised about the conduct of Abba Kyari and who is protecting him. I would not want to go down to say things that I'm not aware of, but I will put it on my opinion. We do know that at some level in the Nigerian police force, the higher you go, there's some form of practices that are not in line with security enforcement or law enforcement practices, best practices worldwide. That's the way I will put it. And I think our Nigerian police force can do better. Not only them, our security agencies can actually do better. With that respect, it has to not do with those who are concerned with the administration of the country to put things that could regulate and check balance the excessive forces of these security agencies, as well as bad practices or things that could lure them to do bad practices. Then again, we also need to start redefining our value system. we must question questionable wealth. We must question questionable bad behaviors. We must begin to have this debate and go back to get back our good values, because many of us, we have families. The family is the smallest unit in the community. The family, like I think we've had this debate previously, family is the man, the wife, and the children. The adults in a family should hold their children responsible and bring them up. When we don't do that, that is when we have society decay like we do now have in Nigeria. If your parents cannot question your wealth, your parents cannot question your behavior, your parents have done the bad job in raising you, to the fact that you are now turning into a Yahoo boy or a Yahoo man or a Yahoo plus, and the women are now turning into what do they call it now? The name for the new coin words for prostitution, hustling. You are definitely going to have society breakdown,
Hook up.
hookups, hookups culture. You know, and then look at it. Let's look at the breakdown. You could see the women going astray. They don't care. They want to make money or get money, and they want to use their body to get money regardless. And the men are likewise want to make money regardless of how they want to make this money, either by scamming, stealing, killing, or whatever is going on, in order for them to be either recognized or in one way provide for the family. So if we're asking these questions down to the family unit, right, trying to uphold values, I think we might have a much better society. I think we might have a society whereby a police officer who might be a sergeant will be able to manage with the little salary he is being paid and live within his or her own means. I can understand the economic situation of the country is terrible. The poverty rate is high. I can really understand that. But again, if people can cut their coats according to their sizes, control the little income that they have to cater for themselves, live belief system that is ingrained into their own consciousness, and live these values that we tend to be positive, we might have a better society. Else, we would have a breakdown. You know, we'll have more like Abba Kyaris. If we are not, if they are not even more in numbers, we are going to continue to have more Yahoo Plus and more hookups in this society. So, is Abba Kyari being protected? Most definitely. In my own opinion, I don't have evidence for that but from the handwriting, you could see them trying to put him behind, public view when he was caught, when they released a dossier of him and his dealings with Hush Puppy. He was suspended while the FBI was trying to work to extradite him back to the United States to answer for his criminal activities and for being an accomplice. Then all of a sudden, instead of the young man to behave himself, he was suspended. He still continued in his illegal activities, in the smuggling of drugs. So in this respect, it shows that drug system coming into the country is being aided by security agencies. And that is quite sad. I'm not saying it's shocking or surprising, because anything goes now if there's no value system in that country. But it is very sad that security agencies that should be protecting lives and property, upholding positive values in the society, the ones responsible for implementing change and getting out criminals, those who do not want to conform to the agreeable principles, ways of life that we have agreed that we want to behave in our society, and put them behind bars. Those who say, oh, I want to be an outlaw, I don't like doing things the way things should be done, I want to do it the way in my own way. They are the ones that will take those people and say, okay, you are not fit for society. Go behind bars and go and stay there with your new members, your members of outlaws. You guys can belong to the same WhatsApp group and do your outlaws there. And tidy the society. It's quite sad that many of these security agencies, which also include the police that is closer to the society, are now involved in criminalities, are now involved in aiding crime, are now involved in making the society worse worse off to live in. It's sad. It's a very sad situation. Um, for me, I won't want to label it that it is based on corrupt. No, it is based on belief system. It is based on the family, right? That's why in the West you would see specific, especially that's why I don't want to sound like I'm trying to praise the white man. No, I'm not. But many of them, once they see an influx of black people coming into their community, they ship off and go buy property somewhere else. Because yes, it might sound like some form of discrimination, or I won't call it or bigotry. I won't say it's racist. But what they're trying to do is that I don't want to raise my kids with people who do not respect the rule of law. I don't want to raise my kids with people who are being known to be involved in criminalities. I don't want to raise my kids with people who just don't want to respect themselves. Because if you continue to do that, your kids will begin to take up this dirty value system and they will think it is normal to go about doing this. Imagine you raising your daughters in a brothel where there are numerous girls willing to sell their bodies. That's all she knows. That's all she sees. And before you know it, she won't see anything wrong with it. And she will start to offload herself to men in order to get money. You understand? Now, because what you can tell is the hookup system or the hustling. I'm hustling, I'm hustling, I'm hustling. What are you hustling as a woman? I'm hustling. They've changed prostitution to hustling. And it's not something where people scream. I know in the 90s, people like, oh, you're a prostitute. Oh my goodness, please don't come to my house anymore. Please stay where you are. The society spits you out. Now, people are embracing you. You're wearing Balenciaga, you're wearing Gucci's, you're wearing Versace's, you're posting on Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere how you are living the high life. Yet you don't hold a job. As a woman, you don't have a job. But you are saying you are chopping life and you don't have a job. You are chopping life, your father is broke. You are chopping life, your parents are in the village. And you are chopping life somewhere, showing the society how you are chopping your life. And questions are not being asked. Why won't you have a breakdown in society? A young man who probably either finished university or didn't finish university, or finished secondary school or didn't finish secondary school, all of a sudden he's buying Benz. When people are working for a long time to buy Benz, you are buying Benz like you're picking it from the shopping can, like you are going to Walmart or which shopping grocery stores that is in Nigeria? What's that one? I can't remember the few. Like you're picking Benz, like you're picking tomatoes from the shopping outlet, and questions are not being asked. You're only going to allow the society to break down. And mind you, you will find a lot of people subscribing to this new way of life. Let me make money. I don't give a damn how I make my money. It's quite wrong. In other climes, I'm not saying there is no corruption, there are no criminals. They are. They are criminals. There are stupid people around everywhere. They gather in certain sizes. Stupid people are everywhere in this world. But these climes, this society they've been able to puts things in place to reduce the number of stupid people around. Those who do not want to be, don't want to conform. They know how to see how to get them out. They've been able to put some decency. I'm not saying the things we have in Nigeria, you can't find it elsewhere. You can, you will see them, but not in that huge numbers, right? Like you will find corrupt policemen is there, corrupt politicians is there, corrupt judges, it's also there, but it's not in the open. I think one of the panelists was talking about, them closing accounts if your transaction activities are questionable, right? Yes, that's one way you could look at it but then again, you can't begin to compare a society that has been advancing for quite a very long time to ours. We're still quite young. We're still, even with our democracy, it's still very nascent. You can't compare it to a democracy of 200 years. No, it's still nascent, but gradually we will try to put things in place to make it better, if we can agree. But in terms of returning positive value system, I think that's one way we can try to reduce criminality a little bit. Because if we can shame criminals, nobody will want to go into Yahoo Plus. Nobody will want to be doing hookup. If you continue to shame them, they will like, what is your money to us if you are making this kind of illegal money? Your parents don't want the money. Your friends don't want your money. The society don't want your money. So why are you making the money? You are like, oh my goodness, what is the essence of me making this money if my own family say, regardless, they will say, I'd rather die in poverty than take your money. But that is not the case. We all know that. This value system is very important. We must go back to it. Each and every one of us, especially parents, must ingrain positive values to our kids, because if your kid is reckless, they will bring recklessness to the society. If your kid is stupid, they will bring stupidity to the society. If your kids have criminal minds, they will bring crime to the society. So we have a good amount of job in our hands to train our kids properly. So now, I don't know if you're noticing, there's now another offshoot of bad behavior. This offshoot of getting pregnant without being married. You see, it's growing gradually. It's growing gradually. Now, before you know it, it's now being popularized. I don't need to get. I don't need to get married. I just become a baby mama. Oh, I become a baby father. It's not being idolized. It's not being sung about in songs. Accolades are now being thrown to this useless set of people. Before we all know it, we're now having bastards in our society, increasing in their folds. What do you think bastards are going to do in that society? Bring down that society, further down. So, in the 90s, Yahoo, there was 419, but they were shamed. They were shamed. You can't see them coming out to spend their money. If they made their money, they spend it, they hide to spend it. But now you see them coming out in clubs, having a good time, spending, and the women too, they're going and not questioning it. So what do you think is going to happen? All of a sudden, it's now the normal way of life, and people are rationalizing it with, oh, the leaders are corrupt. Oh, politicians are stealing our money, so I should go and steal other people's money. Oh, this and that. Without evidence. And you are saying, but we can see your own clearly that you are a useless human being. You are useless to this society. You don't conform to society values. But you are blaming someone for your own stupidity. What happens to the doctors who work? What happens to the lawyers or those who have or hold office jobs? Those are the people we must emulate. Now you find governors giving awards to people who entered into a show to be kissing. I think they call that show Big Brother Nigeria. That show reflects society ills. People going into that show to kiss, do nonsense, and when they come out, they give them award. For what? To go and be kissing in a show? Is that how our African values, is that what our values taught us to do? to gather a group of people who think they want to be famous and they should be kissing themselves and discussing and shouting. But you have people watching that show. As I'm talking to you, people are sitting down now watching it and they are happy. Watching such show, the show is making money for the producers and the executive producers. They are happy. They will continue to provide you with more social ills. And you are subscribing to those dirty social ills. And that's why they will come out. I think I read one that EFCC caught one man who gave a lady, one of the ladies, is it not in Genji, Abi, what is her name? Bought her properties and bought her cars, right? And she was on social media and said, God don't do her own. No job. No job. Just because she's beautiful.
That was
No job.
Nengi.
No job. Nengi. Thank you. No job. And you see her posting, you see her having vacation. What values is she bringing to young girls? That is why the hookup culture, the prostitution culture, whatever name you want to call it, is still prostitution. If you like, label it runs, hustling. Yes, runs. That's the name I was looking for. Runs. You are doing runs. Runs. What is runs? As a lady, you say you want to walk. A lady, you come and you say, okay, I want to better my life. Two ways. You look for a responsible man who is doing well and you marry the man. Or you go and find yourself a job. What is runs? Runs for who? Your parents are not asking questions anymore. Parents are not asking questions anymore. Parents are not asking questions anymore. We've lost it as a society. Forget Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari is a symptom of the society. We've lost it as a society. That Abba Kyari can do that if we have good values in our society. Abba Kyari will continue to be a career policeman. He will continue to subscribe in those values and be a career policeman. If he becomes the IGP, good. If he doesn't become the IGP, all well. But because of the bad things in society, we are going to have more Abba Kyari. In short, there are multiple Abba Kyaris everywhere. Multiple stupid everywhere.
All right, Mr. Emeka, thank you. And your words, you've broken a lot of our rules here. You've had the offensive words a lot, but okay, guys, this is a
I'm sorry
wake
about
up.
that. I was just carried away by the platform. I just remembered. I'm so sorry. It's sad.
It's fine. Everybody seems to align with your thought, because I mean that there is the truth. We need to go back home. We need to talk to our children, our brothers, our sisters. That's right. I mean, a young boy who has a major job is coming back home with thousands of naira, or a young boy is out of the house and is out of the house for a week, and the parents are not bothered. Then again, I kind of feel for the parent, because these youngsters, you can't talk to them. You can't talk to them. I mean, in these days of the ASU strike, some people were saying that they were expecting that these young girls will come outside and protest and all of that, but they're all relaxed and laid back. I mean, they call them the Gen Z, right? The Gen Z, Generation Z. So they don't have time to stress themselves. They look out for the easy way out. They say they work smart, they don't work hard. But it's disturbing, because you have a 25-year, or say 26, 30-year-old young man who wants to drive the same kind of car that Tony Elumelu is driving, who wants to wear the same kind of outfit that Dangote has on, or a bracelet. They go for the eye taste and all of this for what? Really, we truly need to go back home. You are here, you are a parent, you are an auntie, you're an uncle. Please, let's have this talk with our youngsters. The future, I'm not sure how bright it seems from here with what is happening. At home, you have the cultists. We were talking about the cultists the other day. They are still the same people lynching widows in the villages. The ones in city have become so big boys that they've involved themselves in all sort of things, in all sort of rituals, just for money. Money that if you work right, you would make this money. If you do everything right, you would make the money. But they would rather cut corners. They would rather cut corners. Goodness gracious, this is truly, I know we are talking about just one person, but you know, there's something they say that you cannot be in a corrupt system. I think that was Mr. Jordan this morning. You cannot be in a corrupt system and not be corrupt. No matter how good you are, you cannot, if you wear white, enter abattoir where blood no go touch you, where your clothes no go stain, according to what they say. So what do we do about the system that is riddled with things like this? Because you see that, yes, I've had all sorts at, but you see the picture of the House of Rep giving that man a standing ovation. No, it means there's a lot, you know, it's right into our system. They'll say don't call the government for everything, but this one right here, I wish that a kind of worm will be open on this particular issue, so that we get to know what is happening. Whoever needs to go down with this guy needs to go down. And if you notice, Abba Kyari has not mentioned anybody's name. Why? This is the question. Why is he not mentioning anybody's name? Would this case be swept under the carpet as usual, or I mean, or should we push for the US to stand their feet, and let's hope that, you know, the needful is done. All right, brother, nice. I'm coming back to you to make a submission. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, my friend. King Emeka, you went to touch some area that I thought about it in the previous broadcast, which somebody attacked me, you know. So since then, I was even skeptical to go into that situation. But I'm happy today that you went there to speak about those hills in our society. You understand? Because this thing is a big problem now. Those morals is not there anymore. Today, person like Bobrisky emerged. Bobrisky now gave courage to many of them. Person like James Brown now emerge. All kind of attitude. Men are not turning to women, and our people are seeing that as a normal thing in our society. These are the things that you cannot even think of before in our society. Even some of our Nigerians, they will come out and defend them that, oh, leave them alone, it's their body. Somebody have attacked me and told me that in the air when I spoke about it. He said, no, it's their body, I should not talk about it. So that is why I don't want to go into it. I was just happy today that you even went there. So that is for that. I want to speak to Mr. Moruji when he spoke about Omoyele Sowore. Omoyele Sowore is my man. Right from time, I was the one that was even speaking about Omoyele Sowore, that I wanted to become the next president before I even knew Opita Obi. You know, Omoyele Sowore have sacrificed for that country. He has fought for the less privileged. He has fought for Nigeria as large. So the only thing I have now, Omoyele situation now is not getting out of hand. You understand? Coming to so different kind of platform to castigate Peter Obi now, I'm not too okay with that. I was the last time I said it's better for him to just focus on his campaign instead of coming out to criticize, to castigate. I don't know him for those kind of attitude before. His situation is getting out of hand now, and that thing is now making me looking at him differently now. You know, he should focus on his DC for coming out attacking Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not the only candidate. The rest of them are there. You understand? So I have a lot of respect for him. I was one of his fans. I even want, even till today, if you still put him and Peter Obi, I will still choose Omoyele. You understand? But as he's going right now, it's not the time for him to start castigating Peter Obi. Let him just focus. But those people that was telling him that he should shut down AAC, I'm not with that. I'm against that. That platform is here to stay. You understand? He can still win election. You know, even though it's not now, maybe at times comes, that platform, we still need that platform. So telling him to shut it down, no, I'm not with that. You understand? But I just want him to stop all those going to a different platform. I don't even want him to be going to a platform, because those platforms, they are still using him. They just want to see what he will say, so that people will even go against him. Nigerians will start hating him. So I just prefer when they invite him next time, he should not go. You know, that is my advice for Moyole Sowore. Because I liked him so much. You understand? So
All right.
going to a different platform now, castigating Peter Obi, I'm not with that. Thank you.
All right, brother, nice. Thank you for that. I have Mr. Chooks in the broadcast. Mr. Chooks, welcome to the broadcast. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Good afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Charles. Welcome to the broadcast. So this year, have you been following the broadcast?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Okay, it's fine. We are talking about Abba Kyari, the suspended DCP, alleged for things like money laundering, drug trafficking, just name it. Just name everything that a police officer should be protecting and prosecuting people for. So now this is it. But what rather caught my attention is the fact that the House of Rep gave him a standing ovation, to honor him for his deeds. And I'm asking, right, for House of Rep to invite him and to honor him by giving him a standing ovation, acknowledging him, shouldn't they have carried out due diligence to be sure that, okay, this guy is innocent, it is as it is, there's no shadiness, no shady deal, his ends are clean, and he's truly worthy of the honor that is being given to him on such national level? Or is it that these people, or is it that there are one or two accomplices, even right here in this picture? Yes, Mr. Chooks, do I still have you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Chooks.
Okay. I think the thing is echoing back. I don't know what is the problem. Okay, it's all right now. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So it's easy. I listened to the last two speakers. It's easy to blame the society. Okay? It's easy for each and every one of us to blame the society and leave out the blame where it should go. The reality is the government has failed every single Nigerian. When you talk about things, they want to maintain their culture. What input have they done? What? The only time they remind you of their culture is when they want to tell you who they are. They remind you that you must respect them. Respect fools. I'm sorry for using that language, but that's what they are. In my own eyes, that's what they are. Because the reflection of what they're doing is what the society is doing. It is easy for us to come and blame people as individuals. What about the education? Who did they give education? Who? How can you go to school and you come out, you don't have a job? What do they expect you to do? I'm asking this question to the last two speakers. What do they expect you to do? I'm not condoning what they're doing, but not everybody can fight to the end. Some people will fall away. Even in the Bible, it happens like that. So when we come here, we see that a criminal was having standing ovation. What do you expect us to do? I remember an incident that happened 2010. I went to Nigeria 2010. And I asked kids around me that were playing around me. I started asking them, what are you going to be when you grow up? What are you going to be? They start naming me politicians, musicians, this. I mean, none of them come out with any career. I mean, I cannot say career because all these are careers. You know, something like I want to be a pilot, like we used to say when we were that small. Like I want to be an engineer, like I want to be a doctor. So you see, these are kids who are not even up to 10 years, I'm telling you. So you see the society, you think they're not watching? They're watching, they're listening, they're learning it. So the boss stop at the government. They need to come out and do the necessary. About Abba Kyari, I think this is a representation of our society. Let us not fool ourselves. It's a pure representation of our society. Because somebody who is commissioned as an officer of the law to be a criminal with impunity, not just a criminal, because all these people knew what he was doing. In fact, the politicians, those who are giving him, who was giving him a standing ovation, they use him. He's a hitman. So I don't have evidence to say so, but with the way he works in Nigeria, he is their hitman. So when we talk, when we do this, let us channel our energy where it should be. If we, the society that claim that we know, if we start saying, no, let's hold these people accountable. Let's start with them. I don't think we will be here talking about Abba Kyari, being who he is, or blaming people that they are into Yahoo, they're into this, they're into that. Is Yahoo worse than the bad governance they're giving us? Is Yahoo worse than that? What is the result of bad governance? It's exactly what we're saying. It's exactly what we're saying. That is the result of bad governance we receive from them. So let nobody make mistake and come here and start talking as if we are saints. We are not. We are not. I'm very angry to hear that people come here, they just start blaming the masses without saying it as it is. Because if you want to say it as it is, you should start from the government, because it's what they taught us we are doing. It's what they left on the society we are doing. If I'm a father today and I behave bad, trust me, 90% of my children will behave bad. 90% of my children will behave bad. Today, the parents, what they care is hustling, what their kids will do. Who is training those kids? Nobody. Is that my responsibility? That is government's responsibility. So we should learn to hold these criminals responsible. These criminals that are awarding those who are thieves, legal thieves. We were all here when they say off the mic. The last two speakers, did they not see it? Off the mic. And that was the end of the story. I mean, I'm getting angry when sometimes we come out with, and this is why we don't have no action. This is why we cannot tackle the problem. We cannot tackle the problem because people think it's all right to blame the society and leave those who put the society in such a mess. And leave all those who even contributed to the worst of the society. Until we start talking about those people, holding them responsible. I mean, what do you expect people to do? Where do they get the money to go to school? Yet if the parents struggle and send you to school, you come out. No help. No help. I'm not saying the government can provide you a job, because the government doesn't provide no job. And that is the lie they feed us when you even attend that school. Those are lies they feed us with. Because the next thing you will hear, oh, if I come out, I will get a government job. Then the ladies, they go and sleep with these people we are talking about to get that job. Those who are men who have people, get those contacts to get that. There was a guy who came to the UK to study. Immediately after his master's, straight away he was posted to East Africa as an ambassador. While people who are knowledgeable, who knows what they are doing, are there, they can't get that. They can't access that. What are we talking about? Until we start doing the right thing, and that's why somebody like me, I called out on Sowore. Let him come out and tell the youth where he belongs, because this is the time to tell the truth. Yes, we know he's been trying his best, fighting for this country. But right now, as he is, there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do to get there. So we, the youth, we are calling upon him to align with us and chase these people away. Then he will get his chance. He will get his chance. Posterity will not forgive him if he failed this time. Because I assure everybody today, if Mr. Sowore is right on this project, it's as good as, you know, done and buried. If Sowore today say, hey, I am on the side of the youth, because he knows where the youths are today. I don't care. I don't know Mr. Peter Obi. I don't know anybody. I only listen to each and every one of them, including Sowore. That's the only way I knew them. And when I assess, when I analyze by my own capacity, Sowore is not going anywhere. So the best chance is for him to align with the youth and do the needful. If he so claims that he loves that country, he should drop his own ego or his own selfishness, because the same thing he's accusing these people of is what I will accuse him of if he failed to align with the youth and do the needful. What kind of madness are we even tolerating in this country? What kind of madness? Abba Kyari here, Abba Kyari there. He will still go to America. Abba Kyari, he will still go to America, no matter how we tried him in Nigeria. But I want him to be tried in Nigeria first. By the time he finished, Nigeria would have gone far. Then let them give him to America. Let them do what because by then Nigeria, our security system and whatever he might know about us would have been. In fact, I congratulate the judge who said he's not going anywhere, because to leave Abba Kyari now is to expose Nigeria to greater danger. I think I will hand it there. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Chooks. Thank you. Thank you. All that emotions. Thank you for pointing it onto the platform. Guys, welcome to the broadcast again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do also like this broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. No, okay, guys, also show me some love by clicking on the dollar sign to the right in the comment section, guys. It's a fine day to support. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Madam Steph Joy, it's amazing to have you on the broadcast. I'm going to mute my mic, so you just go right ahead and give your submission. Thank you.
Hello, Emma. Hi, good morning, good afternoon. Hello?
Please go ahead, Madam Steph Joy. Thank you.
Okay, I just want to quickly respond to the brother that just finished talking right now. I just want to tell him that everything we do in life has a price. And there's no justification for doing any bad thing. I understand that we have a bad government. Everything in Nigeria is bad. Our leaders are, I don't know, devil is better to use to compare to our leaders. But remember, you will not hurt other people just because you cannot. It's not wise that one should go into Yahoo or start doing rituals because your government is bad, or start doing things that will even hurt you yourself, things that you will pay the price later because you have a bad government. No, Nigerian youth should learn to have patience. They should be patient. There's this rush for quick wealth or because you're going through a lot, okay, at the end of the day, you can't bear it anymore, so you have to engage yourself into one bad thing or the other. There's no justification for it. You need to, everybody who is going through anything they are going through right now should have patience. It's not going to be forever. It's not going to be till death. No. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, and you couldn't have patience, and then you went into Yahoo, you went into all sorts of bad things because your government is then. What is the difference between you and that bad government? How do you differentiate yourself from them? How? What makes you different? That means you're the same as them. If you're gonna hurt other people as well by going into bad Yahoo and other bad things because your country is bad, because everything is bad, so let's all become bad. So everybody should live bad life. Everybody should do everything bad, even do things that will hurt you yourself at the end of the day, because you're having a bad government. Then who are you doing? Are you doing yourself? Are you doing the government? So just for me, I just quickly want to say that there's no justification for what he just said, that don't blame anybody who is going. No, nobody's blaming anybody. But my own contribution to this is that Nigerian youth should have patience. Patience. Thank you, Emma. Emma, sorry. Emma.
No problem. Please put your mic on mute, Madam Steph Joy. All right, thank you for that submission, Madam Steph Joy. There seems to be this echoing feedback from my end, so I tend to put my mic on mute. I'll get that sorted out. I don't know why that is so, but I'll look into it. All right, Mr. NCBD, I welcome you to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. The topic, I don't know if you've been fully, we're talking about Abba Kyari, and we are asking, I am asking, this is a picture of the House of Rep giving him a standing ovation, giving him an national honor. I mean, how would they stand and give this man a national honor without carrying out due diligence? And it just says a lot. These are our lawmakers. These are the people that see to the affairs of the country. So if our lawmakers, if the House of Rep would give honor to this man, what do we say about, everything that has been happening, the decisions that they make for us? I mean, look at it just goes a long way to show why we are where we are as as a country. It's really terrible. And to think that, Mr. NCBD, please, if you've been following, just take it away, just because this is really, really upsetting. All right, Mr. NCBD, I think you are unavailable. So I say a big thank you to everyone who has been part of this broadcast. Thank you so very much to my amazing panelists for always coming through. I say thank you. June Obaseki, you see all this love emoji that you've been sharing today. I accept everything. Whether it is for me or not, I take it all. Thank you so very much. All right, I'll be going back to my panelists. I'll be going back to my panelists to give their final submission on this broadcast. Mr. Mori, I'll start with you.
All right. Thank you once again, Ima. I just want to quickly make some clarification. Thank the last sister that came in to correct Mr. Chicks Bobuizi. You see, there is a saying in my area that, see, who will not steal will not steal. It wasn't rosy for most of us. If I tell you how we went to school, Ima, you will be surprised. Like, is that even possible? If I come here to tell you how much we assisted our mom, from a polygamous background from home, and when your dad is giving birth to so many children, it becomes to your 10th old Israel and all that. If I tell you what I did even when I was on campus, even after graduation, you're like, could you have done that? Yes, I did. I started see, there's no justification for what is wrong. In 2020, I was at home. I was in Nigeria. You know what happened? Women are even forming association of Yahoo children, Yahoo mothers. Women are encouraged, they're buying laptops for their children to go into crime. They are telling their children, are you not seeing Hushmopia? Are you not seeing Bombo? Are you not seeing James? You are here. You know. So, you blame the government. Yes, somebody, an author, a brilliant author once said, the problem of Nigerian society is clearly and simply leadership problem. No. By the grace of God, I'm working on something. I'm reversing that trend. The leadership issue is there. But the problem is even more of followership than leadership. Ima, will I surprise you to say, there was a home in 2020. You know what one lady did? This guy, they sent one of the children to Turkey or so. This guy is living in Turkey, they're not even doing Yahoo, they are doing they call it Yahoo Plus, they are doing ritual. If this video will not allow, you not permit me to go to the extent to which the mother could go to make that guy, arrive. Hammer, they call it Hammer. They want to join the league of the big boys. If I tell you what they did, what they were telling me, I was shivering. I was cold. What a mother could do for his son to make money. See, if I tell you what was involved, it's not just see. the extent to which the mother could go. Said the guy is big. I said, what happened? His cousin, took me to one country to say, I don't know if I mentioned that one here. People like more than going as far as involving human life to make a son to be rich. You are here blaming the government. Must you blame the government for everything? Yes, the government is bad. The government has failed every one of us. The government has never been there for us. We did something, just to survive. Most of us paid our tuition through university, through the high institutions. Was it easy for us? No. Could you have, do we have an alternative? Yeah, the crime was also there. I had a lot of friends that went to Yahoo and other things. I could have done that. I could have taken the easy cut. Some people cut manga to pay their way through school. Some people type rubber to pay their way through school. Some people went to daily job to pay their way through school. Was the government better then? No, government wasn't good. So this idea of going, the government is good, government is bad, has failed every one of us. We can, it's like a justification for evil, for crime. What is bad is bad. Sorry about that. He wasn't here when people were making submission. There are a lot of factors, responsible for this. We started with the value system. Somebody came up with the family, which is the primary unit of the society. That is where life starts from. The parents, the parentage, the family system, graduates to the society. Society graduates to what we have today as a general problem. So we will not just restricting it to the society. The government is even the last thing you should talk of. Any child that has a good upbringing will not take to crime. And from my secondary school, I even have a critical analysis. Those that are always for crime are not the poorest in society. The bad guys we have, the criminals we have in our class, in our secondary school days, we're actually the children of the rich. So let's not get it wrong that people are into crime because they are poor. It could be a contributing factor. It could be a necessary condition, but it's not a sufficient condition for you to justify crime. I don't want to mention names here. Most of my classmates are watching us here. They were into crime. They were the children of the big men, the politicians and co. So they were the ones that were caught in the supermarket stealing. They were the ones that were caught raping people. They were not doing it because they were poor. They were even the boys that could buy what we could not afford when we were in school. So poverty is, is bad, but it doesn't make you, it doesn't make you justify crime. If the politicians are doing it, we say it's not good. It should not be good for society. And again, the way we recruit our people. I have a case just recently. Somebody was interviewed, was shortlisted for a job. Do you know, between the time he was shortlisted and the time he was supposed to resume, they have to ask him again, have you ever been arrested? Within that short period, he had a problem with police. They have to go sort it out first. So far, so our value system is key. So you coming here to blame King Emeka for trying to, he went all hand for the family system, from the parentage, from the value system. He completed almost everything. He didn't even spare the government too, which all well know that somebody just said the devil is better than the government. We are aware of that. There must we do we continually crime in sin that grace may abound? Must we all tend to crime because the government is bad? The answer is certainly no. So I will want to digress here to clear some clarification, just to make some clarification, Ima, please. Yeah, my brother, now today is not about politics, not about Showore, but we just digress into Showore issue because of the value system and the way government are supporting evil in our system. That was what we made mention of. What we are, clamoring for right now. We need somebody with iron hand that will make somebody, put somebody behind bars, make somebody to pay for what they have looted, so that it could act as a deterrent to those, to potential looters. That was what we mentioned. The way Obil is complaining about whoever that has looted, he's not going back to them, and he might not. The eyes are in our front so that we can move forward. If we move forward without somebody is being shown as example, we'll continue to have what we have today. Another thing, people blaming Showore. We blame Showore. He says this or even blame people. Can we also put ourselves in this man's shoes? I made an example, an analogy.
Mr. Mori, please wrap up your submission.
Yes, that's where I'm going right now. I'm wrapping up. I made an analogy one day. Which man on this platform, on this earth, will take a girl from village, send the girl to Harvard or whatever. Now that the girl has graduated, he's getting a phone call. Oh, the man is busy there in Onitsha market, selling spare parts. Why he could not even afford his own education? The girl has graduated, medical doctor. He's calling the boy, I'm no longer your class. I've moved on. I found a better person. You want the guy to be happy, celebrating the lady that has broken his heart. That is what we are doing to Omojele Showore. I was in Dr. Dame's show 2 days ago. Somebody said Showore is good for protest. Anytime there is ill in the society, he just mobilize people to come and protest. Somebody went as far as saying his brother deserved to be killed because he was doing too much. Another person said he's doing protests so that he can be popular. Are you kidding me? These are people that cannot even leave their wife for 1 week holiday. Their wife will not allow them to leave them for one. That guy has left his family now for close to 4 years without seeing them. He doesn't even know if he's going to see them again. Then somebody went as far as saying, what is good, what he can do is to protest. Whenever there is protest, mobilize to protest. We must be joking here. What we cannot take, we should not want to give it to another person. We are not fair to that gentleman. This was exactly what we did to Ganifa Wehimi. Today, Gani is gone. Omojele is getting old. Falana is getting old. I'm not seeing anybody that will walk into their shoes. These are people that cannot even spend 1 week in the Nigeria detention. Nigeria cell is worse than hell. You are here getting mad. Moreover, we should understand that this is politics. Omojele Showore does not believe in the ideology of Obi. You cannot force him against his own principle. Omojele does not believe Luther should go free. And that is why they cannot allow him to be president. Whether they allow him to be president.
All right, Mr. Mori. All right, Mr. Mori. Thank you. Yes, that's a huge
Please. Omoyele does not care whether you vote for him or not, but he cannot continue to romance the ego of politician. Omoyele will not call Atiku my leader. No, he wants Atiku to be in jail. He wants Tinubu to be in jail. He will stop them from voting for him. He doesn't care. So don't force Omoyele to behave like Obi. They are two different people. They have two different ideologies. They're saying posterity will not forgive him for not supporting Obi. What are you talking about? The same people that blame Omoyele for not forming an alliance with Durotoye and Co. In the last election. Where are the Durotoyes and Co. today? Most of them are nowhere to be found. Most of them are supporting Tinubu. He doesn't want to make that mistake. The guy is consistent on matters of principle. The guy is as solid as an rock. Don't force him to do otherwise. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Mori, thank you for that. Okay, Mr. Emeka. Yes, Mr. Emeka, please. Please, 1 minute for your submission, please. Thank you.
It's quite unfortunate for the National Assembly to confer a prestigious award to a Nigerian without conducting proper due diligence or background check, to find out if this merit award is being given to someone of who has actually distinguished himself or herself. The National Assembly are the highest people in the land that represent us, right? They should represent the interests of Nigeria clearly. That you are calling it out, you are right. We hope that we should expect these individuals, these distinguished individuals representing us, to be able to do some intensive background check whenever they want to confer an award to an individual, because such awards are prestigious. Not every Nigerian will have the privilege, opportunity to be given an award by the National Assembly. So what that means, the award that Abba Kyari actually has is an award that the entire Nigeria give to him, not just the National Assembly. Nigerians, because the National Assembly represent us, whether in the Senate or in the House of Representatives. They actually represent us. We elected them to represent our interests in the affairs of the country. So what that award they give to him was actually Nigerians deciding that Abba Kyari is a distinguished police officer, a distinguished cop who stands for the rule of law and enables and ensure that there are less crime in the country. It's sad. It's unfortunate. And let this be a lesson to them. And because it's a slap to their face, maybe they are not talking about it openly, but in private, it's actually a slap to their face. That whenever they are trying to confer honors, awards, or merits to any Nigerian that is believed to have distinguished himself or herself above their peers, above their countrymen, they must do due diligence properly. And they must also do character checks and as well as background checks to be ensured that this person is devoid of any illegalities, crimes, shady behavior, and things that would rub off wrongly to the Nigerian brand. So I'm hoping that they put control systems in place to ensure that awards, merits, titles are being conferred to only those who it should be conferred to, and to individuals who have distinguished themselves in their field of endeavor. I've listened carefully to an individual on the panel who was trying to show some form of how will I put it? Maybe the plight of individuals who enjoy to be criminals and wanting to blame the government. See, I'm a practical individual, right? I don't want us to lose the sight of that. The government is actually us. These are people in our society who said they want to run for office and then constitute a government. They are not from us. We should stop separating them from ourselves. They are our fellow countrymen. They were built, raised, and grown in Nigeria. They uphold whatever value system that we think is right. Now, I think Mr. Moe was saying mothers buying laptop for their sons. Can you imagine the level of irresponsibility to do that? If that's why I brought it down to the nitty-gritty system, belief system. If we used to have a situation whereby people would say, I don't want to disgrace my family name, now to the point of your family self is pushing you to go and do crime so that you can shame them. They don't want to be shamed. They are now shameless. All they want to do is bring the money back home. We just don't give a damn anymore. We have lost it. We want to continue to pass our individual problems, our individual situations and challenges to the government. It's a gross sense of irresponsibility. We either go to school or we try to improve our life to obtain skill sets that will be useful for us and our immediate family, and not to become a nuisance to the society. The government is not, how would I put it, or the politicians are not different from us. They are not from Mars. We should not give them that leverage to say, oh, these guys are different, I'm different, or excuses to want to do things that are not appropriate. We should uphold proper family values. And if you respect your family name, you should behave yourself in a society. But where you have a huge disregard from where you come from, or your family value system is broken, or you weren't raised right, then you become an outlaw. But it appears now that we appreciate outlaws from those who conform to society principles. And that saddens, it should sadden us all. That now we are making excuses for those who are engaging in crimes like Yahoo Plus because there's no job. Now, for instance, let me be practical and take a practical example. Somebody wants to cater for his or her family, a young man. You should be able to obtain.
Mr. Emeka, please wrap up your submission, please. Thank you.
In conclusion, not to go further away from the topic, we must uphold family values that should reflect our family name and should be positive to the society. Again, it is a shame what Abba Kyari has done. It is also a disgrace to our National Assembly to conform honors, merits, awards to people who they didn't check. I can understand it was recommended by the Nigerian Police Force. I can understand that. But then again, just like they screen candidates when they are coming for their ministerial appointment or any distinguished office, they will screen you to ensure you are the right candidate. They should have done that. And it is sad that we are upholding criminals now. We are now at a stage where we are upholding criminals as the limelight of our society. It clearly shows that we are.
All right, Mr. Emeka, thank you for your submission. Thank you so very much. I move on to Mr. Chooks.
Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Chooks, please, you have 2 minutes to give your submission, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, so I'm sorry if Mr. Mori didn't hear when I stated it clearly that I do not condone evil, right? But we have to be sincere to ourselves, okay? I live in the UK. Whenever there is crime, crime growing, what the government does is they look at it, they look at the situation, look at what might be mitigating this, right? And they come up with solution. We say it is easy for us. He might be telling us when he was growing up. When he was growing up, he has hope. So many people in Nigeria don't have hope today because then he was fighting, going to school because he knew when he comes out, there will be a job for him. Today, such is not the case. It's easy for us to blame parents. It happens right here in the UK, right here there in America. When the parents are poor, what they do is thinking about their bills and putting food on the table. The kids are training themselves. What do you expect from such society? That is where the government steps in. Right now, the UK government is saying it, that due to the current condition, that there will be increase in crime. They're not stupid for saying that. They're not stupid. What they're doing now, right now, is to find a solution that will bring those effects that will lead people to crime. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. We keep denying the obvious facts. I'm not ashamed to say it as it is. I don't condone people, robbing people, stealing, or doing Yahoo or whatever, because I am not involved and I'm not ready to get involved. And if you are my brother, if you're involved, right, I'm gonna say the same thing I say to strangers. But we can never throw away the fact. The fact is the families. Imagine a mother will give birth to a child. Listen to Nigerian radio. You see how many children that are missing. Why are they missing? Because their mother leave them, go to this place to sell, and they come back. They can't see their kids. Child of 1 year, less than 1 year. You leave it with a child of 3 years. Come on, let's face reality. Let's face reality. Reality is reality. Nobody's saying, oh, they should have a field day. They should have a field day. The government, the government represents the society because it starts from them, not the society represent the government. It starts from them. They have to show the good example. They have to do things to stop all those things that we even make them, if they are ashamed of themselves. Everywhere you go, the first thing is 419, Nigerian 419. If they are ashamed of themselves, that they should even start from there. They should even start from there. The governor of Buhari just released and absolved him of all his wrongdoing. Yeah, is that about background checking? What are we talking? Let's say it as it is. Nobody's gonna die because he said the truth. He just released a governor who stole billions and said he never sinned. Tomorrow he can come and govern me. He can do anything. And the people want me to come here and paint it. I'm not gonna paint it. I say it as it is. And I have no regret for saying it as it is.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Chooks. Thank you for that, Mr. Chooks. Welcome, Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman, welcome to the broadcast again. Mr. Goodman, you have 2 minutes, please. Thank you. And please, panelists, endeavor to come in early. Click on the link early. I might just have to stick to the rules going forward, please. Okay, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It's not. I was sorry. Background. I was listening just because of Mr. Omori and is it what they call, is it the other person that spoke that you should not blame the government as they're talking about family value. That's why I came in. It's I'm 100% agree with Chooks. It's easier for us, especially easier for us to sit abroad and stay comfortable where life is easy. Things are going on well, and we try to blame people in Nigeria. It's very easy. We're all abroad. We see how system work. We see how they take care of families. We see how they take care of kids. We see how they take care of single mothers. We see all these things that will come and say, I will blame Nigerians if parents don't look. The problem with Nigerians is you cannot take it away from the government. Understand me? They cannot take that problem from the family. You are saying you school those days, you know how you suffer. Those days you school and now, can you compare both times? You can't compare it. People are suffering. You see parents are living, you will see your neighbor child dying because of lack of medical care, because of lack of money, and you are looking at them dying. You want to stay like that until he comes to you and you die. That's why you see parents, they will do everything, push their kids to do everything so that they don't want to die like their neighbors. This is what is happening. In the UK, I'm in the UK, so I'm in Scotland. I know she says it. There's a time in Scotland where there's this. It's not like there's job, but these youths, they don't want to work. They just crime, carrying knife. Sometimes they rob you. So government came together and said, what is the problem? They said, this is not a problem because there's job, but they don't want to work. So they came together and said, no, we need to keep these kids busy. What they do, they open recreational centers. You say music. They start teaching them music for free. They start teaching them sports for free. Bring them together, start teaching them things just to take their mind off this crime. This is what government comes to do. You don't come and ignore people, ignore family. There are some single mothers here that don't even have time for their kids. They go to work, they go to school. All they do, they just take their kids in the morning to school and come back in the evening and pick them. There are people paid by government to look after that kid, to take care of that kid. There are even people that take foster children. And once you take a foster child, government will be paying you to take care of that child. And people are coming here to tell you, don't blame the government, blame family value. What are you saying? How can somebody watch and his kids dying and you say they can't? Because you don't find yourself in that position. That's why we are talking family is family value. What is family value? You think any parent will be happy that his child is doing prostitution? Or
I am not happy. I don't think you listen to us. We blame everybody. We cannot exonerate the government. Nobody exonerate. Government is bad. We accepted. We all agree. Government is bad.
Yes, but when you try to blame those, that's what you see. Me personally, see what I tell them, what I tell those people in Nigeria. Look, I try to even make them hate the government the most so that they will come outside and protest and revolt against them. But when you keep giving them that hope, no, don't blame government, no family value. You're softening their mind, you're softening their spirit. Tell them that, look, I'm abroad, I know what I'm gaining, I know what I'm enjoying here, which government is providing for me for free. You people should wake up and revolt against your government. Come out to the street and cite them. Don't give them that false hope that no, don't worry, you don't have to blame the government. You need to go and hustle. You need to go and struggle. Struggle for how long? You're struggling and you're dying. You see your friends dying because they are starving, and you want me to keep quiet and I starve and die? I would do anything to survive, to put food on my table. This is what it is. People survive in any means just to put food on their table to eat. So that's where government comes in. Why is Obi talking? When you tell Obi how he's going to tackle crime, what is his first response? His response is say, keep the people busy, provide job for them. Why is he saying that? Why is Obi saying that? Because that is the key. Keep them, provide something for them to be doing, and you see this crime automatically will just reduce. And you're saying government don't have responsibility. Have people not had Obi interview about tackling crime? The first answer he will give you, he said, provide job for the people. You have killed 70% of the people.
All right, Mr. Gobe, please wrap up your submission, please. Okay, I think he's done. Thank you for that, Mr. Goodman. Mr. Charles, good to have you on the broadcast. Please take it away. You have 2 minutes, Mr. Charles. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sema. I think I'm right. Good. This is we are almost sleeping. I've not been following, but with a little I've paid attention to. I think what we are talking about here is about most of what is happening in Nigeria, family value.
We are talking about Abba Kyari. We're talking about Abba Kyari. There's a picture I posted there of the House of Rep giving him a standing ovation for a job well done, over time. And we are saying, do they not know that this guy is corrupt? Do they not know that he has all of this under his sleeves? Or is it that there's something that, they know that we do not know? That's it. Please, 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, we all know what Nigeria, and I just our politicians, let me not use Nigerians. And again, for House of Assembly to confirm such an award to Abba Kyari, like someone say, is Nigerians, because these people, they came from various regions and various senatorial zones, representing people. So for them to give such an award to a criminal, that means that it is like Nigerians giving such an award to Abba Kyari. But the thing here is that we all know the politicians we have. None of them is, it's a distinguished politician. They're all the same. And when you come to Nigeria, like most of the time, like my brothers are saying, if you want to deal with a situation, you have to start from the grassroots. You don't just do things because you see it in that way. You have to start from the grassroots. Nigerians, honestly, most of the crime you see in Nigeria, honestly, in as much as we try to blame families, but at the same time, government are the major to blame. The major stakeholder to blame here, because they've not provided they have not done what they're supposed to do. They have not put the environment in order that we help people, enable them to carry out their daily activities. So anything that happens in Nigeria, you have to blame the government on it, because they are the one that we keep that we provide enabling environment and all that we need to have a suitable environment for all that we want to do. But if those things are not, like someone said here, many people goes into crime because things they can't continue watching others enjoying life. Like myself, let me give an example. There was a time in life I was like, what is this life all about? When you watch people around you dying, when your brother will be sick, you can't even afford taking that child to hospital. And most of the time, it takes the grace of God for you in Nigeria today, for you to just say, let me be patient. It takes the grace of God. It takes only the grace of God. I don't blame anyone now. I know you can't say evil is good, and you can't just paint evil. But most of the times, the environment will compare you to do what you don't want to do, because you can't watch people, your mother, your father, your relatives dying. You can't afford the hospital. You can't afford good food. You can't afford. Some people have lived all their life in Nigeria. They've never slept in a good house, in a good bed, but they see their neighbors every day putting on generator 24 hours. Light is there. They don't see it. So most of the times, the government has to blame in all these things, because they have frustrated Nigerians. You see them, they go about with their families, enjoying. Their children live in affluence, their families, their friends, their in-laws. But the other Nigerians are being frustrated every day. Go to school, at the end of the day, no job. Go and learn skills, any skills, at the end of the day, no electricity to carry on your business. Everything is going down, and the Nigerian and the politicians are living like nothing is happening, and you watch them. Like my brother said, I always encourage people, when this and it will, why all this is all this thing continues, because Nigerians have refused to. We are afraid to die, and in such environment, you can't say things will get better. When people are, all the countries we are living together are better, a lot of people die because for what we are enjoying today. A lot of people die. We don't wake up and say, it doesn't concern me, I don't want to die, and we expect these wicked people. Things a state must be shut down for months, and the whole world will see it. And you see these people, they will be coming up, standing on their feet. But if things continue if things continue going on like this,
Mr. Charles, please wrap up.
oh, my sister. Well, it's okay. Let me end up here. Nigeria doing what it's supposed to be. We come up and say no to evil politicians. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you to everybody in the comment section. Thank you for being engaging. Thank you for being here. Jacob Obedient, Oses More. Thank you, Bella Naomi. Thank you, Judge Bushel. Thank you, Juna Baseki. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. Doom Sacks. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Kenneth Errol, thank you for being here. Thank you to each and every one of you. Mommy of all mommies, salutes to you, Mama Jerris. Thank you for being here, guys. Do not forget to join us 5 p.m. today, discussion with Kachi. Do not forget to join us by 5 p.m. Nigerian time for discussions with Kachi. Thank you for being here. All right, Mr. Emeka, real quick.
Thank you. I just want to ask a question to stimulate the minds of the guys in the panelists who have spoken. The northern region, northern Nigerians, they are the poorest in the country. I believe each and every one of us will agree to that, right? But regardless of that, why do they still commit the least crime in the country? The Southerners or the South region seems to be more progressive than the North. But the North, who is repressive, poor, and many of them illiterate, still commit less crime. We're all still suffering the same ills in the society. So that's just my question. What is contributing that?
All right. No, that should be a food for thought. That should be a food for thought. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. We are running out of broadcast time. But join me on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. See, guys, the earlier you come out, the better for us to make our submissions and not rush conversations. So please, guys, come out in good time on Wednesday. Let's talk. Do not forget the other lineups that we have from newspaper review Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the chat Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. We have conversations like this on the chat, and they are very engaging. interesting, and these are norms that are not picked. But over here in the chat, we magnify these things, and then we see the bigger picture and the results that we are enjoying or suffering today. So, guys, you just never can tell what we have on Wednesday. Well, on Wednesday is a continuation of one of the topics, one of the hottest topics we had last week. Well, I'll leave you to keep guessing what that is. So, please do not forget to join us 5 p.m. today and observe all protocols, guys. Do not forget to like, share, and invite someone to have share, to like, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also turn on your notification bell. That is very important. So as soon as we go on live, you are here, you click on the link, and you are ready to give your submissions. Thank you to each and every one of you. Jekyll, I am taking all of the roses. Well, I might just give one to Naomi Bella and Jude. You guys have been so amazing today. Thank you to my amazing panelists. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Always, I do. Please believe me. I'll see you tomorrow for newspaper review. Until I come your way next time, you stay well, you stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I sure do. Bye for now.